My name is Jessica Williams, and this summer I had an internship with the music marketing companies Red Music, Media. So basically the focus of my internship was to promote alternative rock artists on the labels that are under the Red Music distribution and Media, which are actually also a division of Sony Music. How I accomplished this was I basically went all through, all over town, passing out posters, handing out items, things like that. So it was grassroots, pounding the pavement, old school kind of, direct marketing. I did artists that had new CDs that were coming out, and I also did artists that were coming to town. So it was a very broad range of different people. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about the companies themselves. Red Music is widely recognized as the leader in independent distribution and artist development. They are, like I said, a division of Sony Music, and they handle marketing for all different kinds of labels, mostly independent, that are all under the Sony Music Group name. They specialize in sales, marketing, and radio promotion, product development, and more than 60 independent record labels. Their outreach is unsurpassed and in generating consumer awareness for artists, labels, brands, and partners. So some of the artists that are associated with Red Music would be Cage the Elephant, My Morning Jacket, Less Than Jake, Third Eye Blind, Motley Crue, OK Go, The Black Crowes, Bullet for My Valentine, and Radiohead. Now, Media was launched in 2009 by Red Music Distribution. They're an in-house marketing and brand partnership agency. Their expert staff provides marketing services and online publicity, lifestyle marketing, creative services, social media marketing, fan engagement, consumer advertising research, and brand partnership marketing. They basically specialize in college radio and specialty radio also. Some of the labels that are associated with these companies would be Lakeshore Records, ATO Records, CBS, Relapse, Glassnote, Victory, Megaforce, and The End. And those are just a few. There are many, many more. Alright, so my internship began on June 4th, and we started out with our conference call with our mentors at night. And the conference calls were scheduled every other Monday. So we were given about 2 to 3 weeks to complete the various accounts depending on how many we were given at one time. So basically what we did was we would take each individual artist and we would go to 10 different locations around town, and we would hang up posters, pass out promotional materials, things like that. If we were given hand-to-hand items, which would be stickers, magnets, CDs, things like that to give out to fans, we would go to different people, talk about the artists, hand them the things, and take pictures with them. Now, for each account, we had to do a report. And basically, what the report was is we had to do an overview of the artist, overview of the marketing campaign that we did, all that kind of stuff. Take pictures. We would have to give descriptions of the locations that we went to, include the pictures, include any hand-to-hand items that we passed out, and include pictures with that. And we had to do that for every single artist. We also were required to complete different posts on social networking sites. So I basically used Facebook, and I have a Tumblr account. So I would post all different kinds of blogs and things about the artists that I was working for to get the word out about these people. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about the artists that I did. The first artist that I did, they were called the Walkmen. They are an alternative rock band from New York, and they've been around for actually about 10 years. Their third album that we were promoting was called Heaven. They're under the label Fat Possum. Their first single is called Heaven, and they're for fans of Arcade Fire, Bon Iver, The Spoons, The Shins, like that, artists like that. Some of the places that I went to visit, I did a lot of promotion up on campus and down the High Street area. And I went to a bar called Midway on High. I also visited Johnny Go's House of Music, which is a really cool music store. Colonial Music and Hothead Salon and the Rivari Room. The next group that I worked with is another alternative rock on an independent label. They were called The Features. They're based out of Nashville. Their album's called The Wilderness, and they're under the label Serpents and Snakes. They're for fans of Kings of Leon, Jack White, Franz Ferdinand, bands like that. Some of the places that I visited for this one were Used Kids Records, Buckeye Donuts, The Hippie Hut, and Black Hole Comics. The next artist that I worked for was Santana, which everybody pretty much knows Santana. He has a new album out, and most people know him for his collaborations with other big-time artists, but this time he actually just did an album himself. It's all instrumental. It's called Shapeshifter. And if you don't know who Santana is, if you like Neil Young, Bonnie Raitt, Joe Satriani, Eric Clapton, then you would like Santana. And some of the places that I visited for Santana were the Import House, O'Malley's Lounge, Guitar Center, and Sam Ash. The next band that I did, not only did I have to do accounts for, but it was also a concert, and it was called the Chris Robinson Brotherhood Band. And people will know Chris Robinson as the lead singer from the Black Crowes. And the Chris Robinson Brotherhood Band is actually his side project. They are on the label Silver Arrow, and their album is called Big Moon Ritual. And so if you like the Black Crowes, if you like Kings of Leon, Dave Matthews Band, then you would really like this band. And I actually did get a chance to meet them. They were really cool. They came up and thanked me for all of my promotional work, and they were just very gracious, very, very kind. Some of the accounts that I went to for this were Ragorama, which is a used clothing store, really cool. A store called What the Rock, The Smoke Zone, and Magnolia Thunder Pussy, which is my absolute most favorite record store around. They have all kinds of different things that you won't find in normal places. The next artist that I worked for was Lit, and many people know them from the late 90s. They had a huge hit with the song My Own Worst Enemy. Their new album is called A View from the Bottom. They've been gone for a while, working on new music. They kind of broke up for a little bit, got back together, and they were on the Summerland tour this year. I was actually supposed to go to the Summerland tour concert, but that's where we kind of ended up with some problems. The band was supposed to put my name on a guest list. They never submitted a guest list. It was kind of just this whole lack of communication, so I did not get to see the band. I was really disappointed. But some of the places that I did go to do promotion for the concert I went to OSU campus and Evolve Tattoos, Cousins Yogurt, and SBX, or Student Book Exchange. Okay, the last band that I worked with was called the Alabama Shakes. They are obviously from Alabama. They have a very kind of 60s throwback rock sound. The lead singer kind of resembles Janis Joplin. They've got that kind of dirty rock thing going on. Their album's called Boys and Girls. They're on ATO Records. And they're for fans of Jack White, Heartless Bastards, and Black Keys. And some of the places that I visited were Hound Dog's Pizza Place, best pizza place on campus, Columbus State, and Columbus College of Art and Design. Some other things that I did during the internship, I had to perform a stock check about halfway through, and what that consisted of is I was given a CD called Cafe con Musica, and it was supposed to be distributed in all different Starbucks stores throughout the city. And I had to go to a couple of different stores. I had to basically make sure that they had received their shipment, that they had put it out on the counter for display, that there were adequate enough copies for people. And if they did not have it, then I was supposed to report that back to my mentors so that they can figure out why they haven't received their stuff yet. But thankfully, I did not come across any Starbucks that did not have the CD already out for display. We also, the company was launching a brand new publication called the Smack Guide. It is a music entertainment magazine. It's brand new. It's free for anybody to pick up, free for any company to pick up. And we had to go around town and sign up different accounts to carry the magazine. So basically, in conclusion, I really did enjoy this. I enjoyed the promotional aspect of it. I absolutely love advertising and promotion. That's definitely kind of the path I want to take. However, I ran into a few problems with the company. My mentors were really great about answering any kind of questions that I had. However, I never got any individual feedback. We did get feedback as a group, but you never know if that was targeted towards you specifically or just everybody as a whole. You know, I kind of wanted my own specific feedback because I wanted to make sure that I was doing everything possible to promote these artists efficiently, and I never got that. Also, as I mentioned earlier, there was a lot of problems with, not being able to get into concerts because of mix-ups and lack of communication with the bands, and the company. So that was really frustrating. And another thing was it was a lot more time consuming than I thought. I was spending 20 or so hours a week, my own gas money, my own vehicle, running around town, passing out all this stuff in the hottest summer, that I can remember. And this was an unpaid internship. So while it was fun, it was a lot of work. I would recommend it to somebody who maybe doesn't have a lot of stuff going on, maybe has a lot of free time, loves music. It's great, but if you don't have a lot of free time, I would not recommend it. And also, if you want an internship that's paid, I don't recommend it because they don't pay. But all in all, it was a great experience. I had a good time. I got to know, got to hear of a lot of different, artists that I never would have heard of before. And so I do appreciate the opportunity that they gave me. And that's all. Thank you.